What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of High Mythology, the show where I get higher than a drunk fairy tried to fly her way home, and we tell you guys silly stories from mythology and folklore. Which way do I live again? I don't quite remember. I've had one too many vodka tonics. Oh, yeah, tonight we will be bringing you the story of Prezzemolina, also known as, it's an Italian folktale from Florence. Other popular versions, and the other big popular version is called Prunella.
Prunella.
And it basically just, the big change is what they eat, which you will understand very soon. So, yeah. Again, loving our man Italo Calvino and his Italian folktales. This guy's just got the tome down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Went all over the place.
All over the place, yeah. The Florence, I'm especially digging on the Florence folktales, because they have a certain, all of them have a certain twist to it from what I've seen. Yeah, a little twist where it's like the storyteller gets into the story at the end. But I always love it when that happens in a story.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado, Kimbo, go ahead and take it away. This might end up being a long short too, so
it's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a couple that lived in a little cabin. This little cabin had a little window that faced the fairies' garden. The wife got pregnant and was getting a wild craving for parsley.
That parsley.
Parsley. I like cilantro, personally.
Yeah.
But...
That's it. I kind of would have, I would personally have gone for cilantro more than parsley, too.
But, yeah.
I kind of rip on her for eating garnish.
I mean, you crave what you crave, man.
You crave what you crave.
There are some weird pregnancy cravings out there.
I've read. Rabbit?
When she looked out the window to see a big parsley bush in the fairies' garden, she watched and waited, and when the fairies left, she climbed out her window and gorged herself on the parsley. Once she had her fill, she climbed back into the window and closed it behind. Why is she going out the window?
Yeah, that's how you know it's a fucking wild craving too. It's like just straight out the window, not even going around.
How far pregnant? Because usually when you're too big, you can't really stuff yourself through a
kitchen window,
a little window,
little cabin kitchen window.
Wow. The days went by, and every night the pregnant woman would get her fill of the garnish. One day, the fairies went out to the garden to do their work and noticed the parsley bush was almost completely devoured. One of the fairies looked to her sisters and spoke.
You know what we should do? We'll pretend we're going out for Virginia Slims and vodka tonics. Then I'll hide in the bushes and catch whoever's eating all of our garnishes.
The pregnant lady was surprised, and she responded, "That kind of seems like an overreaction."
Oh, you jumped.
Oh, shit.
Ahead.
I'm so sorry. I'm fucking retarded.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go. The fairies pretended to leave for their daily vodka tonics. And after they left, the pregnant woman climbed out the window and went for some more parsley. She got close to the bush, and the fairies jumped out and said,
"Ha ha, I caught you, you foul and dastardly villain."
The pregnant lady was surprised, and she responded, "That kind of seems like an overreaction. I'm sorry, I'm pregnant, and I'm craving fucking parsley, okay?" And the fairy replied,
"All right, honey, here's what we'll do for you. We'll forgive you and let you eat all of our garnishes, but when your baby's born, if it's the boy, you name him Prezzemolino. That's the little parsley boy in Italian. If it's a girl, you name her Sharon. No, I'm just messing with you. You name her Prezzemolina. That's little parsley girl in Italian. Either way, when they grow up, me and my sisters here are going to come and take them away and probably eat them. Also, I'm very sorry for Italians explaining your own language to you. It's just a habit."
Hearing that, the pregnant woman said, That doesn't sound like you're forgiving me. And then ran back into her house crying. When she found her husband, she told him everything that had happened. He used that opportunity to establish his character as an unlikable and exclaimed,
God damn it, woman. What I tell you about picking garnishes don't belong to you, you glutton. See what you done brought down on yourself?
The couple had a daughter and named her Prezzemolina. And as she
That's
grew
a little
up,
parsley girl in Italian.
and as she grew up, they forgot about their debt to the fairies, which seems weird seeing how the mom can see the fairies right out her window, you know.
Yeah.
One day, when Prezzemolina was a teenager and had begun going to school, she was approached by the fairies on her walk home. The fairies said,
Child, tell your mother to remember what she owes us. Tired of not having the debt paid.
I need my tonics.
I need more vodka tonics and Virginia Slims over here.
When Prezzemolina got home, she told her mother what the fairies had said. Her mother cringed but said nothing. Every day on her way home, the fairies would tell her the same thing, and every day she would relay the message, and got nothing but silence. One day, when she came home, her mother was caught up in the chores, and when Prezzemolina told her what the fairies had said, her mother told her, Tell them to go ahead and take it. The next day, when Prezzemolina was on her way home from school, the fairies stopped her and asked her,
Well, did you pass along the message? What did your mother say?
Knowing nothing of the fairies' deal with her parents, she told them,
Yes, she said to go ahead and take it.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Hearing that, the fairies were not about to waste any time.
Get us, sisters.
They snatched her up, taken in style, and flew her away to their villa.
The villa.
And when Prezzemolina didn't come home, her mother started to worry. Her father didn't even notice, because that's the kind of guy he was. And her mother remembered what she had told Prezzemolina. She knew that there was no way to get her back. Back at the fairies' villa, they took Prezzemolina to a dirty room with filth all over the walls and a pile of charcoal in the corner. And the fairies told her, Filth all over the floor?
Filth.
All over. They just smeared on the
Oh,
walls.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just smeared on the walls. There's coal everywhere.
That's very
coal dust.
apish.
Yeah.
Apish-like. Wow.
Like, is this your shit and charcoal room?
Then the fairies told her, after she dropped her lighter for her bong rip,
Listen up, honey. We're gonna go out and do our daily chores. Then we're gonna go catch some cheap drinks for happy hour, probably down at Trader Vic's. I love that place. When we get home, I want this room cleaned from top to bottom. Just make it nice and sparkly and white. Oh, and while you're at it, paint some birds on the walls. Maybe a few clouds. Give it a theme, honey, and keep it classy. I mean, I don't want to see any of those flying M's. Like, come on, what frickin' bird looks like a flying M? Now have yourself a nice day and be sure to have fun with it. Don't stress yourself out, okay? Oh yeah, if it's not done by the time we get home, we'll help you finish. No, I'm just kidding. We'll totally eat you alive. With your face when I said we would help you was just priceless. Bye. Bye.
Wow. And with that, the fairies took off to do their daily chores. Kind of funny how things, how thinking about the fact that they probably went to their garden right outside their mom's window, and their mom said nothing.
However, can I get my daughter back? And the fairies are just, hi, Sharon. How are you doing? Oh.
After the fairies were gone, Prezzemolina started crying her heart out. And after a good long cry, she heard a knock at the door. Prezzemolina thought that the fairies were back and that she was doomed. And then the door flew open, and in walked the fairy's cousin, Mimi.
Meme.
He said,
Why are you crying?
She looked at him dumbfounded.
You would cry too if it happened to you. If you had to make these black walls white and then paint fucking birds on them, I don't even know how to paint a bird. If I don't do it before they get home, they will eat me.
Meme looked at the mess for a second and then responded.
Well, I'll do it. For a kiss, of course.
She looked almost disgusted by his request, but then spoke.
Not happening, weirdo. I would rather be eaten by the fairies than to kiss a man. Okay.
Your answer is very charming. Fuck it, I'll do it anyway.
Her answer is charming.
Not fucking happening, weirdo.
Not fucking happening, weirdo. I like your attitude.
He's the kind of guy that means
Yeah.
no means yes, and yes means take me on yours.
Spit in my mouth.
So he flung his wand around, and then the walls were painted white as a fluffy cloud. And then he did a little flick of the wrist, and the birds appeared on the wall. Not just flying M's, but full-on birds. With that, Meme took off. And shortly after, the fairies came home to see Prezzemolina waiting outside. The fairies greeted her eagerly.
Well, honey, did you get your chores done, or do we get to eat parsley for dinner? But seriously, though, did you finish?
She looked at the fairies smugly.
You bet your collective asses I did. Take a look.
And the fairies looked at the spotless home and huffed.
Huff. Tell the truth, Prezzemolina. Have you seen any memes today?
Prezzemolina responded hastily.
I didn't see any memes.
Not your cousin. Or the one with the cat. Also, I haven't seen my mother. Strange.
Oh, we saw her. Oh, yeah, we saw her. I had a very nice conversation about radishes. She's a real pleasant woman.
The next morning, the fairies got up and started plotting.
Oh, yeah, we saw her. Oh. However, are we going to get to eat her? I mean, we could probably just kill her and eat her right now, but where's the fun in that? There must be some way. I've got a wicked craving for parsley. Prezzemolina, come here, honey.
I've never heard of a carnivore fairy, you know. This is like a first for me.
Yeah, they're all about the cannibalism.
Yeah.
They're like, let's fucking eat this girl.
Jesus. Prezzemolina came at once and said,
Sup, bitches?
Oh, sorry. I knew it was coming and still it got me. Tomorrow morning, I want you to get up and go to my old friend Morgan Le Fay's house. And tell her to give you a handsome clown's box. Sorry, that gets me every time.
Prezzemolina replied, looking very confused.
That sounds super weird, but okay. Seeing how you'll eat me if I don't, I guess this isn't a problem.
The next morning, Prezzemolina set out for Morgan's castle. Along the way, she saw a meme. It was Leonardo DiCaprio's face from Django Unchained.
We've all seen it before.
Yeah. Shortly after, she saw Meme, the fairy's cousin. He asked her what she was doing, and after hearing her story, he told her,
Oh, you're going to Morgan Le Fay's castle. Don't you know that she will eat you?
"Aw." Prezzemolina didn't seem too fazed by his comment. She told him,
Fuck it. Why not? One of the crazy fairy bitches is bound to eat me eventually. Why bother?
That's a girl who knows where she's at right now.
Meme was taken back by her boldness, and he told her a way to get by.
Here, take with you these 2 pots of grease. You will come to a gate that thinks it's a DJ. Give it a good rub down, and it'll let you through. Also, take these 2 milk bones. You will find 2 dogs fighting. Give them the bones and they will love it. Also, take with you this string. You will meet a cobbler using his own hair for string. Give him this because hair shoes seem gross. Also, take with you this broom. You will meet a woman sweeping out her oven with her hand.
Give her the broom, and you can pass. Also, take with you this bag of laundry. You will pass a laundry mat on your way. If you give him my laundry, it will be clean when I pick it up. Also, take with you this goose smoking a cigar. He won't help you at all, but he really creeps me out.
You sound like the Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Also, I have a hat.
With that, Meme took off and left Prezzemolina to start her journey.
Just all this shit. Handfuls of shit and a goose smoking a cigar in
It's taken a long
tow.
time. She can't even find her way there anymore. It's all fucking overpacking in her face.
He spent an hour just packing me up with stuff. I had to cut him off and just walk away. I couldn't carry anything.
All right, I'm done, guy. Bye.
Also, take with you this pile of bricks.
Because he can't possibly carry any more.
Yeah. You will meet a bricker. Give him the bricks, and he will lay them.
So she dropped off the laundry, and then further down the road came to the gate. She rubbed it down with grease and then continued on.
Oh, yeah.
The gate was very pleased. As it is a DJ, remember?
I'm a DJ, y'all.
Next, she saw the two dogs fighting, and she threw them the treats. And then they calmed down. Hey. That's not at all what we do in the dog world, but
Yeah.
interesting choice.
They were just cool with it. They're like, we were actually just playing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll take a bone.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
After that, she passed the cobbler and the baker, and she gave them the string and the broom respectfully?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my eyes are tight. It's words.
Respectfully.
And then went on her way.
Bye.
Finally, she came to a big castle in the town square. She walked up to the door and knocked, and Morgan Le Fay answered and said,
Just a minute, child. Give me just a minute.
Sorry.
Just a minute.
Prezzemolina was not about to wait. She flew open the door and ran up the stairs and then grabbed the handsome clown box. Wow.
It is, and that's I didn't even make that up. It is literally, the device is called the Handsome Clown's Box.
That's really weird. And then she ran away. Real fast.
Yeah.
In and out. She knew exactly where it was, apparently.
Yeah. But you can smell a Handsome Clown's Box from a mile away.
Ooh. I guess it's a little bit more stoked and stench.
Pungent.
Hearing her run down the stairs, Morgan Le Fay went to the balcony and yelled down to the baker's woman.
Baker woman, stop that girl!
The baker woman angrily raised both middle fingers back at Morgan and yelled some obscenities.
Right here, bitch.
As she ran past the cobbler, Morgan yelled the same request, to which the cobbler replied,
I'm an oil man. At least I like to think of myself as one. The last of the Mohicans. And I'll drink your milkshake. I'll drink it right up.
Wow. She kept running until she came to the dogs. And Morgan yelled out to the dogs to stop her, but they refused because of their new friend. Or she was their new friend.
Oh.
That's pretty much how you fucking get our dog's love.
Yeah.
Give him a cookie or throw his ball.
And then you're his best friend forever.
He loves that shit. As Prezzemolina kept running, Morgan called out to the gate, begging it to stop Prezzemolina. And the gate said,
Oh, look at me, y'all. I'm all greased up now. No more squeaks now. I feel about as free as you can be when you're attached to a fence. I think I'm gonna just let you pass. Go on.
And with that, Prezzemolina was off on her way back to the fairy's house. On her way, she couldn't resist herself, and she took a peek inside the handsome clown's box. And as soon as she opened it,
I'm gonna hit that with the.
as soon as she opened it, it was whoa.
Whoa.
As soon as she opened it,
Get consent from the clown
a
first.
full regiment of tiny tin soldiers came out, complete with their own marching band.
Ching. I'll play some DJ music for y'all.
As soon as they came out, they scattered, running away in every direction. She burst into tears, and just then Meme showed up, saying,
You are in quite a pickle of a predicament. I can put them all back in the box for a kiss.
Prezzemolina was again put off by his remark.
Ew, no, dude. What the hell? Do you really think now is the best time to hit on me? I would rather let the fairies eat me than kiss a man.
Again, she's gay. But Meme replied,
I love the way you reject me, so I will do it anyway.
Wow. Oh, there's a guy for you. Meme waved his magic wand around, and then all the little soldiers and musicians marched right back into the box. Once they were back in... Once they were back in, Prezzemolina continued her trip back to the fairies' house. The fairies were not happy to see her return. Bitches. They thought for sure that Morgan Le Fay would have eaten her, and they were more surprised that she had the handsome clown's box with her. Prezzemolina walked in and presented the box to the fairies, and then said,
Pleasant day, bitches.
The fairies then dropped a Jurassic Park quote on her.
Clever girl. What did Morgan Le Fay have to say? I know she said something. She's a total gossip queen.
Prezzemolina smugly replied,
She told me to give you her best wishes.
That night, after Prezzemolina went to bed, the fairies decided that they would just kill her and eat her themselves. The next day, before they could set their plan into motion, they got a visit from their cousin Meme. The fairy told Meme the situation, which he did not seem happy to hear. The plan was that after Prezzemolina was done with all of her chores, that they would put her into a big tub to boil. And when the water started boiling, they would push Prezzemolina in. Then, for irony garnish, the soup with her parsley.
Garnish the soup that made from Prezzemolina with parsley.
When the fairy stepped out for a smoke break, Meme went to Prezzemolina and told her,
Listen, Prezzemolina. Tonight the fairies plan to boil you alive. Worse yet, they plan to make you set it up and get the water boiling. When they ask you to put on a tub, tell them you need more wood from the cellar. Wah!
Hey, drink this cup of tea. That night, after all the chores were done and the fairies called on Prezzemolina to get a tub boiling for some laundry, Prezzemolina remembered what Meme had told her and said that she had to go on and fetch more wood from the cellar. Once she was down in the cellar, she found Meme waiting for her. He took her by the hand and led her back into the back of the cellar. And once they were back there, he pulled back a curtain to reveal a bunch of burning candles, with one towering above the rest. Meme explained,
These candles are the souls of all the fairies. Let's blow them out and do a genocide.
Wow. Prezzemolina wasted no time. She started blowing out the candles, and every time one would go out, a fairy would die. Aww. Well, I mean, they are kind of carnivores, so fuck this.
I wonder if it's just the three that live there, though, or
are they more than just 3 candles down there?
Maybe, I mean, they haven't eaten her yet. Maybe it's all just a myth.
Is one of them his?
They're all talk.
Wow. Wow. Once all of the small candles were out, Meme joined in. And the two of them blew out the big candle, the soul of Morgan Le Fay.
Oh no, not my soul. I needed that.
Once they were all done, all of the fairies in the world were dead, and Meme thought it was finally a good time to hit on Prezzemolina.
Now you will be my wife.
Prezzemolina replied,
Whoa, dude, that's a little fast. But you can finally have that kiss you have been asking for.
They did, of course, end up getting married, and they moved into Morgan Le Fay's castle, which was full of riches. They adopted the fighting dogs and made sure that they were never hungry again. They made a cobbler a duke, and his acting skills won him several Academy Awards.
Yeah, he was actually Daniel Day-Lewis.
I'm an oil man.
They made the baker a marquis.
Marquis.
You forgot the R in there.
Marquis.
Marquis?
I did forget the R. They made him a
what is that?
marquis.
Oh, I'm going to assume it's a marquis.
It's a marquis.
And made sure that she never had to burn her hands again. They kept the gate where it was, but let it live out its dream of being a DJ.
Look at me, y'all. I'm a DJ now. You like my scratching? Yeah.
And then they made sure that it was always nice and greased up. Meme got to finally make the joke he had dreamed of about eating parsley in his life.
I eat parsley every night.
Wow. Wow. If you guys don't get that.
Maybe I'll top it with a wob. If you don't get that, wob.
And his life was fucking fulfilled. They took care of all the people around them, rich and poor alike. But sadly, for the bards telling you this story, they couldn't even spare a dollar.
Oh. That's that Florence tie-in I was talking about. Like 4 or 5 of these Florence stories end with like shout-outs from the storyteller like that. And they wouldn't even let you. They had a grand feast for all the kingdom, and they kicked me out as soon as I started singing.
It
Yeah.
was a bad song, dude.
Yeah.
You threw a bad joke in there.
Yeah, bro. Learn toss a coin to your witcher. That one rocks.
Nice.
That's the bard jam, bro. If you can't play toss a coin to your witcher, go back to fucking bard school.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Our source for this episode was our one of our favorite books of folk tales, Italian folk tales selected and retold by Italo Calvino. Yeah. Prezzemolina, Little Fairy Girl.
And Prunella was by Andrew Lang, by
Yeah.
the way, in the Gray Fairy book.
Yes. And they're both super old school. One cool difference about Prunella is in Prunella, it's pretty much exactly the same, but the fairies are witches. And the names are different. But it's not. Her parents are never part of the story. It's totally her fault because she's the one who picks a plum on the way to work or on the way to school every day. And it's a witch's plum tree. Yeah,
dude.
you don't take a witch's plums, man. That's how you get wrecked. That is how you get wrecked. Yeah. So, important things to learn. Don't fuck with witches. Don't fuck with fairies. Not that you can really fuck with fairies anymore. I mean, according to the story, they kind of genocided them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a weird twist at the end, too, where it went from like, let's, we'll figure out a way to get you free. And I totally thought they were just going to figure out a way to get her free. And then it's like, quick, let's pull a genocide on the fairies. Here are all of their collective souls. Yeah, they're his cousins, too.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's harsh. That's cool.
I may have some mental problems.
Well, is he a carnivore, too?
I eat flesh occasionally.
Wow.
I wonder.
Definitely
I
eat,
do wonder. I eat parsley every night.
Definitely that. He's more of an organic version.
I'm a partial carnivore. Partial cannibal.
I just take the fluids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gnarly.
Gnarly. Well, everybody, thank you for listening. Hope you've enjoyed this little Saturday short.
Don't forget to comment,
subscribe, share.
hit the notification
Hit the
bells,
notification bells.
so you
Shout it
never
from
miss,
the rooftop.
Never miss an episode.
Yeah, just yell it at people. That helps too.
I'm mythology.
I'm mythology.
By Dustin Kimbo.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying this.
we've started doing a little slideshow style video thing. So let us know. Give us some feedback if you're watching the video.
Or if
We
you're
would
just a
super
listener.
appreciate the feedback. If you're just a listener and you want to check it out, especially if you're one of our super big fan loyal listeners out there, and you want to see it from a different angle, and let us know what you think. We always appreciate feedback from you folks. Yeah,
Always.
yes.
All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night.